So what's going on, everybody? Doing something a little bit different today. I'm doing a little gear video. Just my stuff for the moment. Next gear video will probably be Clinton's. He has a lot more than I do with all the different lenses and attachments and everything else he has for his cameras. So we're going to be talking about my GoPro and all my GoPro attachments, my DJI Phantom 3 drone, and everything else I got. So we're going to start off there at the drone here. It's going to be kind of hard to see. It's a little bit big, but when I first bought this, I decided that I originally wanted to go with the DSLR. But starting off with the DSLR, I felt like I had less opportunity to do things than I did with the drone. I already had my GoPro. My GoPro is great, but the drone's just, it's everything. It's a lot that most people don't have yet. I mean, there are people now getting it, but I got it earlier this year, or even earlier this year, not many people had drones that I saw, besides a few other people around here that do videos. But so let's get this open and I'll talk about it. All right, so now I got it all unzipped. This is what it looks like. I'll kind of tilt it up here. It's not strapped in, but when I originally bought this, I searched Best Buy, went online, I checked Target and a few other places, and then my girlfriend actually found at Target, if you buy the drone, you actually get this backpack for half off. This backpack alone is almost $200, so it's a hell of a deal. This is what it looks like without everything falling out. Kind of cram some other things in there that really don't fit, like, for example, that. So when I first got the drone, I originally only had one battery. These batteries last about a half hour. Also, to start off, this is a DJI Phantom 3 standard. I thought about getting the Pro or the Advanced, but I felt, why go with something so expensive if there's such a high chance of crashing it for a first drone? So I got the cheaper one. I love it. It's great. If you're ever going to get a drone and you've never had a drone before and you're all new to them, and definitely get the standard. It's a great drone. You probably won't ever use 4K, to tell you the truth, unless you're doing some like high-end video. But for the most part, shooting 1080 at 24 frames per second, and I also believe 30 frames per second, it does the job pretty damn well. Once again, it comes with one battery. This one's almost got a little life in it. I went out within the next few months of owning this and bought a couple more batteries. Batteries are roughly $160 to $170, I believe. But other than that, you get two sets of props. You get your remote here. It's just a basic standard 3 remote. I actually upgraded to, this comes off of the Inspire. It holds cell phones, small tablets. I use my Apple tablet I have. This opens up pretty large. So as you can see, the phone fits. It even has these little dropouts. So if you do want to put a phone on, because originally a phone's not going to fit on that, of course. As you can see, that's what it looks like. Pretty cool. So if you do have a Phantom 3 standard, you can put this on here just like this. This is for the lanyard strap. You can put this on here, and it comes with a little screw. Put it right on, works fine. I've used it many times. It's 100 times better than using the original one that comes with the standard. That thing, I got rid of it within the first week. It was horrible. That's probably one of the only complaints I have about getting the Phantom 3 standard is the cell phone mount is just, it's horrible. Bad move on their part. All right, so I pushed that stuff to the side. This is the drone. I don't really need to put the props on to show you. They do have different style props. You can get carbon fiber, I heard wooden ones. I just use the basic ones that come with the drone. You have a black one and a silver one. So there are certain props that go on certain corners of the drone. Like I said, if you've never had a drone before, this is a great drone to start with. I love it. I've had it for about 6 months now. I haven't had any issues with it. I've crashed it once. Yes, you will crash a drone. You might buy it saying, I'll never crash my drone, but you'll crash it, don't worry. I made the mistake of flying at night in downtown Minneapolis, crashing into a tree. It took about 3.5 hours to get out of the tree, which I think it took like 4 or 5 of us. Many branches, a bunch of duct tape, and a snow brush. Don't even ask. So this thing does about, the fastest I've ever seen it with wind behind it is right about 40 miles an hour. Without wind on a normal day, you're looking at probably 30, 35 miles an hour, I believe. I don't really keep an eye on my speed as I'm filming, but like I said, each battery will last about 30 minutes. The most I've ever had it last is about 35 minutes. That's with a lot of hovering in one spot, not moving around side to side, following people around the track and whatnot. So if you do get this drone, I recommend getting another battery right away. It's worth it. You'll thank me later. So other than that, this is pretty much it. You got the camera down here. SD card goes on the top. This is a little gimbal. So no matter when you turn or sway the drone, it stays in place. So it's pretty nice. I'll move on to a couple of other things I got for it. And I got I think ND4, ND8 filter. I use the ND8 a lot just because it really helps during sunny days. So this one here is the ND8. So you can kind of see it's pretty dark, but once you actually get it on there and you see the color difference because of this little tiny filter, it works wonders. So once again, if you got a drone, it's like 20 or 30 bucks. Go pick them up. It's a set of 3. You'll probably use this one the most out of all of them. I haven't used any of the other ones really. The ND4 you can use on partly cloudy days if it's not too sunny. But pretty much for the drone, that's really all I can think of at the moment. I do plan on going with the Phantom 4 Pro next. That one's about $1,500, I believe. Does 4K, does all that. It's probably one of the best drones out so far. I was looking at the Mavic, but I'm definitely gonna go with the Phantom 4 Pro. So on to the next one. I'm gonna show you my GoPro. As you can already see it here. Actually, you know what? I'll move on to the next one. I got a little surprise, something I just got. I'll move on to that and then I'll do the GoPro after. All right, so talking about the little surprise, I've been using my GoPro. This is actually, I'll give you the hint away on this one before I move on to the GoPro. But it's actually a GoPro Hero 3. It's not the Hero 3 Plus. I've had it for a few years. It's done the job amazing. I will put some other clips in here shortly, but I told myself, don't buy another camera until you can't do any more with the GoPro. So really, I've done everything I could with the GoPro, with sticking it on cars and going with ride-alongs and decided for the Black Market channel, we already have one, I think maybe 2. I don't know how many Clinton has. Once again, we'll talk about that another day. We have Clinton's DSLR and all of his cameras and equipment. So I decided, why not get myself a DSLR? So I decided that I was gonna go with the Canon Rebel T6i. I got everything already unwrapped on the side, so I'm not gonna go through that, but Canon Rebel T6i, probably one of the best cameras for the money, best bang for your buck. Originally, I ordered the creator kit through National Camera in Burnsville. I think I ordered that probably over a month ago now, and I waited and waited and waited and waited, and never came. It was supposed to be here 2-3 weeks ago, never came. I contacted National Camera. I was pretty upset, as anybody would be. So they decided to really hook me up and give me a great deal on the camera and everything else that comes in the creator kit. So for the price that I paid for this, all my equipment that I got there, it's a steal. They really helped me out. Even if they didn't make much on the deal, they gained a customer, gained my loyalty. I'll always go back to National Camera. All right, so this is the setup. Also, I did get the creator kit. So in the creator kit, you get an SD card, a Rode Mic Go, and you get a battery, and the Canon camera and the lens. So over the last month while I was waiting for it, I got a GorillaPod. It's a Joby GorillaPod. It's a bendable. You can bend it, mold it to however you want. A lot of YouTubers use this. Especially the person who made this GorillaPod famous is Casey Neistat. So they make all different sizes, all different styles, from plastic to metal, and it's the easiest. I use it with my GoPro. I got a cheap one from Target that I use for my GoPro. It wasn't strong enough to use with this, so I had to upgrade to this one. But for the most part, it's a pretty light setup. I did get a mic over windscreen just because when I'm out filming cars, drifting, autocross racing, anything for the most part. It's pretty windy around here, so definitely wanted to get the windscreen. Will help out with vlogging and making videos. So I'm going to switch over to this, give you a taste of what the quality looks like, and then we'll talk about the GoPro. All right. So if this is a little blurry, I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to it. I'm still getting used to all the settings and learning them. But we're going to talk about the GoPro. So, like I said, it's a basic GoPro with a cheap little vlogging, I call them little vlogging selfie sticks. When I first got this, I used a basic extendable selfie stick, and it was okay, but I realized that the quality of the video itself was, and because by the time I extended it, had it out over cars, filming, whatever, the quality was horrible. It was so shaky and everything else. So one day before EuroWorks, I decided that I wanted to get something that's gonna help the GoPro film a little bit better. So I went out and I got a Skylab, which is straight out of Minnesota, which is another good thing. It's a Skylab gimbal Steadicam. So if you have a GoPro, any of the GoPros besides the Session and a couple of the other weird ones that came out with for a while, should work on this just fine. So I'll give you a taste on how this looks and how it feels, and I love this thing. It's got some of the greatest shots. I'll throw one in here. And it's done everything that I've ever wanted it to do. So it's been one of my biggest things I've bought since this camera. So let's check it out. All right, so this is what it looks like all set up. It's not powered on yet. The Skylab gimbal, just like I said, it takes 2 batteries right on the bottom. This unscrews, pop them in. They last about 4 hours, for each set. So this is what it looks like. How I do it actually is I will separate the GoPro from the actual motor just slightly. So it's not a huge deal that this is covering the lights a little bit. I notice when I do touch these, even though there's a little pad here to protect the GoPro, I get a little whine from the brushless motor that's in here. So if you ever do get this set up, I definitely make a little gap right there. Pretty much what it looks like. You can control all your up and down, left and right, just from the thumbstick alone that's on the back. Onward. If you do click it once, that's what that setting is. turns with your turn. As you turn it, it will turn. You click it in twice, will actually, as you point down, it points down, you point up, it points up. So 3 times, it locks in that position that you originally pointed when you clicked. So now even if I'm turning, it will stay pointing in that direction. It follows up and down, but it will stay in that position locked, no matter where you turn, where you look. You can actually, let me turn it off first, but you can actually connect this to a selfie stick. I haven't done it yet, and I probably won't ever do it, but you can connect it to a selfie stick right on the bottom here, and I guess extend it, but I don't trust it. So coming to the end of the video tonight, if you have any questions whatsoever about any of my equipment, from DSLR to drone to GoPro to attachments, comment below and I'll get back to you. Also, if you're a YouTuber, comment below and let me know what you have for your setup, what kind of camera you use and your attachments. Also, if you're just starting YouTube and you don't have a DSLR, you don't have a drone or anything else, use your phone. It works every time, it's always there, and sometimes it's easier to get a great shot with this than it is with the DSLR. So have fun, enjoy yourself. I'm gonna end it here. Have a great night. We'll catch you in the next one. Smash that like button for us, subscribe, and comment below. We'll catch you later, guys. Have a great night.